Jojo, this is a deep and intense movie. Was there something about Jesse or about the premise that made you want to be a part of this film?
Well, it's a very important movie, a story that really needed to be told. Um, Jesse's, I was really drawn to her because she's so brave, and no matter what she's going through, she stays sweet and she stays a kid. Um, and I loved the sister connection between Jesse and Spider, and I felt like that was really special. And I have a bunch of sisters. Well, two sisters, if you want to call that a bunch. um, so I really love sister stories.
Well, Spider and Jesse have quite a trauma bond before they even lose their mom. Talk about the relationship that was described to you when you first started filming.
Well, they are really close sisters. Spider is like she's a sister to Jesse, but she's also like a mom to Jesse because most of the time her mom was under the influence, and they never got that much bonding time. And so Spider was more like a mom to Jessie than her actual mom was.
They've been through a lot and then they lose their mom, but they're not willing to lose each other. And they go to great lengths to make that happen. Talk about working with Dan Kay, who wrote and directed this to flesh out those emotional moments that each of you have to go through. There's violence, there's hiding to make sure that the two of you stay together. Everything is a heartbeat away from you guys losing each other.
Yeah. He was a really amazing director. He was an actor's director. So, he was super supportive. And I was really happy that I got to work with him. He would give us our direction, and then, he would kind of step back and let us do our thing. And he really wanted us to feel like, we could play around with scenes too.
It's a lot of intensity, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness for the two of you. Was there a particular scene that was most challenging for you? Maybe it is the one, seeing that your mom is gone.
I feel like that was that was a pretty hard scene to do, yes. But I feel like my hardest scene was the asthma scene because there was a lot of elements to that scene. It wasn't only the emotion, but it was like energy tasking. So um, before I did that scene, I did a bunch of jumping jacks and my breathing exercises and really tried to drain myself as much as I could. Um, but it was a very challenging scene. But I'm very happy that I got to do it.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about working with McKenna, the two of you. Did you develop an off-screen bond because you're playing such close sisters on screen?
Yes, totally. She is super sweet. We still stay in touch and I miss her a lot. Like we really connected really great from the very beginning. Like from the table read, at the very beginning we started, hanging out, and it was a lot of fun to get to play the role I had to play with her because when you're working with such an amazing actress, it makes your job a lot easier.
It still is emotionally draining though for you because you're at 100 the whole time. You're upset, you're nervous, you're scared, all of those things. How did you both shake off a long day of filming such deeply intense scenes?
We just lots of sleep and a lot of laughing. We would watch a bunch of funny videos after our scenes. And we just really had a great time after scenes like that. And we tried to just like relax. We'd get in our comfy clothes and just sit and talk, and um, it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably important for the two of you to take care of each other offset. Since you do have this trauma bond on screen and the two of you are in most most of the time you're working just with each other. I mean, it's, this movie is just incredible, and I'm applauding you for the hard work you had to put into those moments and being so upset constantly and nervous and freaked out and everything. You're living inside these characters. I mean, and it's such a sad but relevant topic these days. Is that what also you hope people take away from watching this is that it is sadly a realism that we face in the society today?
Yes, it is. Very much is. You know, even though it's not a true story, it happens to a lot of people. And the foster care, like, it rarely ever takes two kids at once, you know? So I feel like Spider and Jesse's biggest concern was that if they were to get into the foster system, that they would be separated. That's why Spider would keep a super close eye on everything and always had to be like, you know, prepared to hide because they didn't want to be separated. And that's like the rest of their family they have left, you know? And they were trying to escape the town to make a new life with just the two of them. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but I feel like they would end up living with the cop.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't mind living with Jesse Williams. I feel like he would. Sheriff Jeffries, you think would be a good parental figure?
Yeah, I feel like he would be a good parental figure.
What's next for you, Jojo? Have you been busy working on some other films or some TV series?
Funny you ask. I don't really have anything else going on yet. But I'm working on a bunch of different things, doing a lot of art, horseback riding and stuff like that. Just enjoying my childhood until,
Good.
you know, the next right thing comes along.
What would you like to say then to everyone who are fans and supporters of the wonderful work you do on our screens?
Stay posted and thanks for watching.